Hey everyone, Tin Man here, back with some more Dota Underlords. Gonna be playing some ranked mode. We've got 7 Anessics in this lobby and 1 Hobgan player. It's pretty unusual to see a Hobgan player nowadays, but he does show up from time to time. For whatever reason, Hobgan is just not very strong, and even with the latest balance patch to kind of adjust him a little bit, it still kind of leaves him lacking in the compared to an Essex in terms of early game strength and just general impact. Once you get to the late game, Hobgan definitely starts to become a little bit stronger, but you can see by the vast majority of people playing in Essex that on the whole, you're going to prefer an Essex. So we're going to pick up Tiny here first. He's just really good unit that goes into a lot of builds and just one of the strongest early game units. I am slightly considering locking for the double Venomancers, but if I picked up Tusk, I would probably do it, but Venomancer and Tiny, you don't have the Savage bonus complete, so I think I'll wait and just let the reroll happen. This pack's not particularly good. I'll take a look at the jail here in a second. I just want to put Ogre Magi out. He's going to be the biggest individual unit. The jail for today, the big note here is Keeper of the Light is banned. He is probably the most important unit in mage composition, so you're not going to be able to play too many mages today. The human for the mana, and then the mage tag, plus just, he's the biggest mage damage dealer, is really unfortunate. It means mages are pretty much out. Hunters can recover from the loss of Windranger pretty easily. Assassins struggle with the loss of Slark, but not too terribly much. And then Shadow Demon, Io, Axe, Witch Doctor, Bloodseeker are a little bit more fringe units that don't really hurt too many builds. I guess Io is probably the biggest loss of the bunch. Chainmail did get nerfed slightly, but I think Embarrassment of Riches moves above it then just a little bit. I always had them pretty close, but with obviously the change to Chainmail, maybe Embarrassment of Riches takes over here. So here I could grab another Ogre Magi and then Chaos Knight, or we could grab some insects. I want to grab the Ogre Magi and then the Chaos Knight. Chaos Knight's just individually very powerful. I'd like getting pairs of anything and just picking up individually strong units, even if they don't go towards particular compositions. I mean, I don't really want to play Knights because I've heard reports that the Knights Alliance is actually bugged right now, where they do not deal, or they don't have that second instance of the physical and magical damage reduction, where if they're adjacent to a fellow Knight, it doesn't actually reduce their damage taken any further. I haven't confirmed that personally, but I've heard reports of that, and I've tried playing Knights for a little while, and they felt pretty lackluster, so I wouldn't be surprised to see if that's actually true. Alright, and looks like we're a little bit rewarded here with the Chaos Knight and another Warlock, just more pairs, and we'll pick up the Nyx Assassin just because we have the extra gold. What I want to do is swap these around and kind of put Mr. Warlock up front, letting him hopefully just take some initial aggro and die really quick. He's got one Shadow Ward off, and then Ogre Magi becomes supercharged with his Gloves of Haste plus his Bloodlust. He hopefully just hits really, really hard. But they've got a 2-star Ogre Magi, so I think that's going to put them ahead of us, I would have to guess. Their 2 stars just dealing the same amount that my 1-star will, even with the Bloodbound buff. He just gets it naturally, plus he has a Chainmail, so yeah, it doesn't seem great for us. Oh well. Gonna get beat up by that. That's no problem. So nobody has the warrior buff just yet, which is like the most common early game alliance, but we see actually a lot of people have picked up Ogre Magi's. There's 2 people who have 2-star Ogre Magi. There's 1 person on Assassin so far, a couple people looking at Trolls, maybe Troll Knights, so kind of okay with avoiding Knights, but I mean, I'll still play a Chaos Knight if it comes available. I actually probably should put Chaos Knight in over Tiny. That probably would have been better. Maybe we would have gotten an extra kill out of that. But no matter. Yeah, that definitely would have been better. That's alright. We'll take the early loss. We'll get the free reroll. It's not going to be game breaking in any way. Just constantly scouting out opponents, see if anything sticks out. Really, no one even has like a warrior on the board other than like 1 Tusk. I think warriors, given the current state of the jail for today, are like a really strong strategy. So with knowing the idea that I didn't win the first round and I'm probably not going to go on a win streak, I'm actually just going to I'm not like tanking here, but I'm like kind of intentionally losing like I haven't improved my comp at all, and I actually made it worse than with the Chaos Knight. So I'm almost certainly going to lose this round, but I got up to 10 gold for interest, and I think that'll be a little bit more valuable in the long run here. Trying to go for Primordials is not very viable today without IO. You can do it, you can get up to 6, but IO is a pretty important part of those builds, and I don't really want to try that without it, meaning that you really need to get both aces in order to complete it. I will pick up the Slardar, and I guess Nature's Prophet's pretty good in the early game if you get him to 2-star, just all the druids are. And let's use the free reroll before it expires, and we see a lot of assassins, which we don't have any assassins right now, and there's another assassins player, so I'm not thrilled about trying to compete with it, especially because you don't even have Slark, who's one of the biggest carries of assassins. You can still do it. I've seen people play it today and have some success, but generally Slark is just so important to those builds. Because of the fact that there are no warriors or savages in the jail today, that's why I'm like really heavily looking towards warriors and savages. We get our 2-star Ogre Magi, and yeah, I think I'm really just gonna sell off these assassins and get up to 10 gold again. I want to buy the Pudge here, which could give me the 3 warrior buff if I want to get rid of this Mr. Warlock. We're up against somebody who's leveled up to 5. About half the lobby's leveled to 5, but that's okay. I'm not concerned about leveling to 5 because I'm not going to be on a win streak. So there's nothing to defend there. Just hopefully I can get 1 or 2 kills out of the deal before we go down. Does not look like it. They've got a lot of healing. Double Bat Rider, Dazzle, the Nesix heal. Seems really good. Gotta use our free reroll. Hunters are kind of available too. It's like this person is like hard committed to assassins. Doesn't look like they're going to be getting off of it anytime soon, so I'm not really interested in trying to compete with a Phantom Assassin. But I am interested in Enchantress. If we can get Enchantress plus like Treant Protector, then that opens us up to a Druid plus Warrior combo. Or we get a Warlock Venomancer combo. Okay, so Venomancer can come in over the... actually, let me put Gloves of Haste back here. And then I think I might even just put Enchantress in just to get the Savage bonus, even without the Druids. Oh, actually, I can just put Tusk in. Never mind, that's better. I have a Tusk in the pack. Alrighty, so this is looking pretty good. We've got a lot of pairs, but... And even though we're on a losing streak, I feel like we just got a lot stronger. We might still lose to these people who are level 5. Actually, we've got 5 1-stars. We might... Or that's a 2-star Pudge. Never mind. That's like the best 2-star because he has so incredibly much health. Alright, let's pick these 2 up after interest is locked in. Use our free reroll before it expires. And I guess pick up the Sniper. Hunters is still a good combo with like Savage Warriors. Just because you get the... You get... Lycan to kind of bridge the gap there, and then you obviously are attacking very fast with the Hunters, so you're going to stack that Savage bonus up, and you get the tanky front line of the Warriors. So we actually do win here. So now I'm under a little bit of pressure to actually start a win streak or something. I don't want to like kill a losing streak and then just go right back to losing. So I might level up. Yeah, I think I do. Although I think I guess Sniper's probably the best pick, to be fair. I'm going to sell those 3 off to get up to 10 gold. I think it's unlikely we go Druids, especially because we have the Bloodbound already. It seems Druids are an unlikely choice for like a frontline early game when we have Bloodbound plus we have some Warriors to throw in. And the possibility of going Hunters as well. Oh, I guess we had a second Enchantress. I didn't even realize that because I hadn't organized my bench. I didn't think we had a second Enchantress. Oops. Still, I needed to sell for interest, so I think it was worthwhile. They're going to beat us because a 2-star Treant is basically unbeatable at this point in the game. If you get a 2-star Treant, it's just... I don't know how you possibly kill that thing. It's going to be at full health by the end of the fight. So that's really unfortunate that we had a lost streak and then we won. And lost again, so I'm in worse shape than the people who have continued lost streaks. So we really need to be selling off units to try to get up to a good interest point here, because I have a very expensive board at the moment. So I could get rid of the idea of hunters if I wanted to. Hunters just seem so open. Do I just like accept the fact that we're not going to get up to 20 gold here? Unless I want to ditch a bunch of warriors. I don't really want to ditch a bunch of warriors. Alright, I guess we just don't. So our gold situation is pretty bad right now. So we're going to need to keep that in mind, that because we're playing by keeping all these guys early, that we're not going to have nearly as much gold as some of our competitors will come the mid game, where everybody else, or a lot of other people, have 20 gold. Some people don't, who've also leveled up. I don't think 3-star Ogre Magi is going to be worth it no matter how you slice it. So not thrilled about trying to get that one in. Gotta use our free reroll. Yeah, not going to go for Enchantress. Yeah, now we're winning. I guess there was just that one opponent we couldn't beat with that 2-star Treant Protector. So strong. Well, we got another win, so we're up to 20 gold now. Even with the changes, some people are going towards Brill Bruiser, and I'm not a big fan of it. I still just like Chaotic Hunter, just increasing your damage output. I think that's the best bet. Especially in a build where we're probably going to get the Heartless bonus with a Pudge plus Drow Ranger. I think it just makes sense to increase an Essex damage output in that way. Ooh, aggressive. The Assassins player was picking up End of Medicine, which is probably pretty good for Assassins. The big problem being that it really reduces your early game healing power. And it's much better in the late game. Once you cast that, your units get like really strong for those 5 seconds. But until that point, it's a little bit lackluster. Alright, I will pick up the Treant here just because he's very strong. I could pick up some Scrappies, actually. I probably have missed some Scrappies, but I'm just thinking, well, we do have the Sniper, although I doubt that's the path we're going to go. I think they're just kind of weak right now. So I'm not thrilled about doing that. So we got, I guess, Celebratory Murder Gong is pretty good if you have a guaranteed kill on something, but I think Blade Mail is going to be good just because we're probably going to be playing Pudge. There's a Tusk, and especially with the upgraded Tusk, and the second Treant, I think we're going to move away from the idea of trying to do Scrappies, which I think is fair. A lot of other people probably leveled up here. A lot of people got up to 6. After a creep round, you generally want to do that, but I don't really have the gold to do that and still maintain 20 gold of interest, unless I want to ditch some of these warriors. I guess Slarder is probably the least likely warrior to be played, and since we have this Bloodbound start, maybe we don't even end up playing Druids, but we could play like Treant into Lone Druid later. Kind of wondering if Sniper is the right pick. I don't know if he is. He might not be. Their Pudge is so devastating to us. Maybe I should just be having my own Pudge in there just to get the hook. Probably just going to be... Yeah, let's just do that. And then... Or actually, I still want the Blade Mail over here. I think I'm going to have to sell off the Slarder to get up to 30 gold of interest this turn. And just kind of weather the storm, because our gold is going to be garbage because we don't have win or loss streaks. We like lose 2 then win 1. It's just been pretty bad from that perspective. Yeah, need to sell that off to get up to 30. Alright, there's 1 warrior player, maybe 2, but everybody else seems to be going for different weird strats. We've got a couple people playing trolls and healers. Actually, like 3 people kind of going for that, plus knights up there. Maybe even 4. That's kind of a warrior build, but still. Very interesting builds that I have not seen too terribly much, so I don't know how strong they are. My gut is that they're pretty strong early game, but they start to fall off towards the later stages of the game. This person have 4 trolls? They're attacking really fast. Or is it just 2 trolls? I think it's just 2 trolls. Still. 2 trolls plus their ogre magic. Oh, that's what it is, yeah. Alright, gotta use our free reroll. We do pick up a drow ranger. It seems like hunters are pretty well open, so we can pair like hunters with a warrior frontline here. I'm starting to wonder if like ogre magi is starting to fall off. Ogre magi plus the warlock. If we want to go drow ranger plus tiny instead. Is that better? I think so. And then I level up from this. Gets me the warrior buff, gets me 1 hunter, gets me heartless. I think this is a little bit better. Probably should have used the reroll before this round started in case we found a tiny. But, oh well. I missed it. Let's pick up the Beastmaster, use our free reroll. Find another Beastmaster. That could be a better hunter than Terrorblade if we get him up to 2-star. Has lots of good AoE damage. If we can get a 2-star Treant, it'll be better than the Ogre Magi. Ogre Magi is good in the early game, but we're getting kind of into the mid-game portion, and he's going to start falling off in effectiveness. So I'm probably looking to sell him off if I can sell him off and get higher gold for interest. And maybe even the Terrorblade. If I want to go with like Drow Ranger, Sniper, and then like Marana or Beastmaster. Going into the late game are probably like the better core of 3 hunters behind a warrior front line. I think that would make more sense. Let's put the Helm of the Undying on a Tusk now. I think this is still a fine formation. We want Pudge a little bit up front so that he takes the first hits. We can move Blade Mail over to Ogre Magi because he has more HP. There's a lot more. There's the Treant and the Tiny. Alright, let's just do that. I guess we make that swap. Now maybe I move this onto the Treant so that he is Undying. And then Blade Mail on Tusk, who has a little bit more health. And I guess I just sell off... I'm going to sell off the pair of Beastmasters to get up to 40 gold. I just want to ensure we stay at 40 gold. Because like I said before, our economy is going to be a little bit lacking. But we do find a bunch of upgrades right there. So I'm starting to feel a little bit better. Still might not win every round, but I do feel a little bit better about the situation. So now we're really looking for another druid, preferably like lone druid, right? Because that would give us another savage. We can also get Lycan as another hunter if we go for more like melee hunters. Where that could give us 4 savages, so like Lycan, Venomancer, Tusk, Lone Druid. Or try to find like Bristleback, who I think is a good option as well. I think we win this. It's a 2-star Treant. He's just unkillable. And our Venomancer has racked up 126 bonus damage of attack, so he's going to be hitting pretty darn hard. Not really interested in Lifestealer or Brutes. We already have our Heartless, and Brutes I just don't think are a very good alliance at the moment. Okay, I think I probably want either Despite All My Rage or Sharp Pain. I've been playing a lot with Sharp Pain. I want to give a bit more try to Despite All My Rage and see how that goes. And you know, it's a pretty popular pickup among other players. I don't play it too much myself, but I'm kind of curious what they see in it. We see 3 people picked it up, so 2 others, and then there's actually good distribution here between Sharp Pain, Broken Hearts, and of course Hot Rod is definitely the best pick for Hobgen. More auto attacks, always better for him. We got up to 50 gold exactly. I still think I want to level up this round going into the next round, so we have even better odds, 10% odds of finding those tier 4 units, like another druid, or even a better warrior. We currently have like kind of some early game warriors, and I'd like to maybe transition away from, if we can find a lone druid, we could move Tusk out and put in like a Tidehunter or a Kunkka for a bit more CC. But Tusk is still pretty good at this early stage of the game, early and mid stages. Ooh, these items not so great. I guess I'm going to pick up Aegis the Immortal. Just give me a bit better late game. Insurance. Mechanism is like one of my least favorite tier 4 items. There's the Lone Druid, exactly as I wanted. So that was perfect. Let's sell off this Beastmaster. It's probably the least likely. I mean, I'm probably not going to play Terrorblade or Beastmaster if I just play like 3 Warriors, 3 Hunters, something. We also can get a Sniper here after interest has locked in. Actually, this should probably go for on. Or no, I should probably keep this Blade Mail on a Warrior because a Blade Mail applies pre-damage mitigation. So like, despite the fact that the Lone Druid 2-star has more health than Tusk, Tusk has a bunch of armor, so that he reflects more damage with the Blade Mail. Things are looking okay here. Their Hobgobl's still alive, but their Pudge is pretty much out of the fight. Until we slice through them all. Alright, let's pick up the extra Sniper. I don't think we want Necrophos. He used to be a big staple in the meta, but since he's now a healer instead of a Warlock, his alliance is a little bit less useful. It's a little bit harder to get up to 3 healers than it is to get to 2 Warlocks for that extra healing boost. And there's a 2-star Sniper. So I think what we want to do is go for Sniper, Drow Ranger, and then either like Mirana or Medusa in the late game as our 3rd Hunter. But I'm not going to put Sniper in right now. I'm going to wait to buy him till after interest locks in. We get 50 gold of interest. And we can buy Sniper, Tiny Tusk, and look to level up sooner rather than later, just so we can get the Sniper in and continue a win streak. But I'll probably do that next turn. I don't want to burn all my gold just yet. Let's buy that. Buy these guys. On the off chance we want to go to 3-star on them. It's probably unlikely, but you never know. Maybe got a 2-star Treant and a 3-star Enchantress. But I think our Lone Druid's gonna power through. Lone Druid and even Tusk doing a lot of work. Okay, thank God. We tiny tossed the Treant away, and I'm like, oh no, he's going to get in the backline and then heal up, and then come back in at like half or full health, and that would have been really bad for us. Luckily, we got there. Okay, so now I think I want to spend my gold to level up this turn. We'll still be able to maintain 30, maybe even 40 gold of interest. No, just 30 gold of interest by putting in the Sniper. And I want to move this Gloves Faced over to the Sniper. Actually, could probably have gone on Lone Druid rather than Venomancer, but now that it's Sniper, he's going to be hitting even harder. I don't want Sniper to be the furthest one back in the corner. I guess I'd rather have Drow Ranger be the one if my opponent has a Pudge Hook. I'd rather than Pudge Hook the Drow Ranger rather than the Sniper. So yeah, we stay at 30 gold of interest here. We grabbed some more Tinies, who I'm a bit more interested in 3-starring than Tusk in any case, just because I think I'd want to replace him with a better warrior such as Tidehunter or Kunkka, who can do a big stun to give our other guys more time to fight. But Tiny at 3-star is just really strong, getting an 8-second cooldown on that toss. That seems pretty good. So I like the spot we're in right now, in all things considered. I do need to find one more Hunter. Like I said, we're on the lookout for Mirana or Medusa. Now that we're level 8, it's possible to get that Medusa. Those would be the best options, I would think. But this 2-star Sniper is just going to go unchecked, and that should be an easy fight. Sniper's top DPS just from his auto attacks, let alone his ultimate. Alright, so we've got a 5-round win streak here. That's really good. That after we turned around that like rocky early game, I was really concerned about our gold coming into round 15, or like between the rounds 10 and 15. I was really concerned about our gold total. Wasn't sure how this was going to go, but now that we got a win streak together, we got some upgrades. I feel a little bit more in control of how this game's going. Things aren't getting really out of hand. I want to buy the Sniper. 3-star Sniper, 3-star Drow Ranger is definitely viable. And of course a 2-star Pudge. Ooh, that's a 3-star Drow Ranger. They don't even have Hunters. They're just running running as a Heartless. I mean, it's a good Heartless. Don't get me wrong, but still. It's annoying that I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to play Hunters because no one is contesting Hunters, but then there's people who are contesting Hunters. Or at least Drow Ranger. That's alright. We were pretty far from 3-star Drow Ranger, and she's probably the least likely one we would get up to 3. So here's where like Brill Bruiser is actually doing pretty good work for their NSX. Definitely quite strong here. I guess they even have Despite All My Rage as well, but we killed their NSX and then it doesn't really do much. Let's check out their damage. NSX dealt 2.2. Our NSX has already dealt more than that, even though, you know, a little bit of delay there. But the damage output from both of them was roughly similar. Alright, about to hit a creep round here. So I think this is fine positioning. I want to move Pudge away. I don't want him to get aggro. I don't want him to cast his hook because that encourages my team to single target one unit. By placing here slightly offset to the right side, we're going to be good to hit the one that spawns on the right who has bonus armor, as opposed to the one on the left who has no armor but bonus magic resist. When I'm playing this Hunter comp, I kind of like Enthrall, but actually I think I might want a bit better tank on the Demonic Golem. I don't know. Both of them are pretty good here. I don't even have 3 Hunters yet. If I'm going to be running like Assassins or... I don't know. Maybe Enthrall made sense. They both make sense. I just think we have such good damage output in the backline. We just want... You know, hopefully by the time they punch through our front line, we just get an Essex to cast another tank to defend us. So yeah, most of our damage goes to the one with the tank, or the extra armor, and then we're DPSing them roughly equally, and then once we kill this one, this guy should go down in like an instant, because he has no armor. Boom. Shredded. Perfect. Question is when, if ever, do we get up to level 9? Would allow us for another Hunter, but we don't even have that Hunter just yet. And I'm not really keen on spending 40 of my 50 gold right now. So I don't have a great unit to put in. So I think I can wait on that a little bit. No damage items. Man, our item luck has not been great this game. Target Buddy obviously got nerfed up to tier 3, but he still might be the pick, honestly. He's pretty darn strong. We already have a Blade Mail, so I don't really want another one. There's a Tiny. Cost 40 gold. Just to throw a Tiny in there. You know what? Because I'm defending a big win streak, and I think I eventually want to get up to 9 anyway, to throw in the 3rd Hunter, I think this makes sense. I guess we can even eventually cut the Venomancer if we get something good like an Arc Warden, who's really good against opposing Pudges, to bait the Pudge hook onto them, and is also just a really good unit. Oh, there's an Assassins player. Assassins are really good against our lineup. They just like one-shot everybody. I guess they really didn't. It's unfortunate because we have a really powerful backline that we didn't want Assassins to get on, and they did wipe them out, but our front line does a lot of damage too. Our Warriors plus Treant plus Lone Druid, so like, we still crushed them. I mean, that was like, it looked bad at the start because our sniper went down, but turns out we don't need them to carry our fights. We don't need Drow Ranger, Sniper, Venomancer to carry our fights. Tusk and Lone Druid and Treant Protector can carry the fights as well. So that was pretty good. It was a good fight. We still have an Aegis in our back pocket too. Alright, so we've got a 7 win streak here, so one more win, we complete the win streak. That's part of the reason that I was okay with going down to 20 gold, because I know we're going to get that big influx of gold if we complete the win streak, and leveling up, of course, just increases the odds of doing that. Alright, so we get another Sniper here, and another Treant, if we want to stick with Treant Lone Druid forever, which I'm not opposed to. We could also try to find Doom if we want to find another Brute. Another Brute plus a Demon for an Essex. I'm just going to wait till Interest locks in here before buying those units. Don't think we want Dragon Knight or Necrophos. Or Timbersaw, he's just too low impact at this point in the game. Just looking for 3, 4, 5 cost units really. And the 1-stars that we're already playing, like Tiny, to get to 3-star. And some kind of replacement for Tusk or for Venomancer. Bristleback would be a really good replacement for the Veno. in a long fight, or just the Arc Warden, because we're only running 3 Savages. I could easily just drop one of those and go down to 2 Savages. That wouldn't be a problem. I guess we could just replace Venno for like the Doom if we found it. Just straight up do that replacement. And even like Savages is starting to become weaker and weaker as the game goes on. You know, as just the fights do go long, but proportionally the extra damage is not as important as just the alliances and other stuff that we get online. So we complete our win streak. That is awesome. Gives us a big influx of gold here. What do we get? 13 gold on the turn. Nice. And there's a Marana. So let's put Marana in over this guy and put her in this back position so that if the opponent has a Pudge hook, they can hook the Marana. I'd be okay with a Marana hook because she can just jump right out of it. Can't sell up to 40 gold, not realistically, so I'd rather just get this Hunter in there, get a little bit higher DPS on our back line, and yeah, things are looking good. Oh, there's the Assassins. So, well, we crushed them last time, and I think we've just upgraded our comp by getting the Marana, but maybe they have too. I haven't paid that close attention. Looks like we're doing good. Lone Druid is still crushing. Our N6 hasn't won the fight yet. Yeah, we're good. Treant's still at full. That's got to be good. This does not eliminate them, though it's close. 12 out of 16 or 18. And somehow we're on top of the standings. You know, completing that win streak is just really knocked everyone down a peg or two, and I like the spot that we're in. This like mishmash of warriors and savages and hunters and druids and all kinds of good stuff. Playing it patient with our rerolls because I don't really want to burn any gold. I want to get back up to 50 gold before rerolling, especially because we're not defending a win streak now. We've already completed it. But I am definitely pursuing these units here to 3-star. Treant, Sniper, Tiny. There's an Arc Warden who I think we kind of just determined is just better than Venomancer. I think so, because we already have the Savage elsewhere. Even if we don't have a good item for him yet, because our item luck has been rather lackluster. Between, you know, basically getting 5 tier 2 items, or 4, and then 2 tier 1s, because like Target Buddy in my mind is still a tier 2 item since it was just recently nerfed on the latest patch. After interest is locked in here, we'll pick up the second Marana. Didn't want to do that until we made sure we got our bonus gold there. Arc Warden without an item, not so great, but we'll be coming up on around 25 here in a moment, and that's where we get our first shot at getting the tier 4 items. So something like a Daedalus, a Moon Shard, or I'd even take a Maelstrom or Skull Basher would still be good on the Arc Warden, so even one of those two would be perfectly acceptable. I don't know that we get this win. They have Brill Bruiser, which means it's not very effective right now, as the fight has moved away from her. Their Brill Bruiser doesn't do a whole lot, whereas our N6 is still pumping out lots of deeps. So that's the downside of Brill Bruiser, is that she's just doing nothing while we're doing a lot. And now we win. Just that easy. I think that would have been a lot closer if they hadn't picked Brill Bruiser and they still had the ranged unit. Definitely would have been a lot closer. No one's really running mages to any extent, so I'm not really interested in ever trying to get a scaled bonus. Only do that if people are going for mages. Tidehunter's still a good scaled. Medusa's still a good scaled. You still want to play them if you find them, but you know, I'm not going to go out of my way and pick up Slarder just to try to get that. Decisions. Okay, here we've got the option of Exploit Weakness or Phantom Pain. I already have pretty good tankiness on my army. I think I want Exploit Weakness just because everyone else seems to have a good frontline alliance. I can, you know, if I hit their warriors, we get to shred their warrior buff. They lose their bonus armor with the auto attack. And that's just, I think that's going to be better on the whole because a lot of people are still running the warriors, except for the assassins. So the auto attack getting to shred through that's a little bit better. I could have sold off the Treant Protector to get back up to 50 gold, but at this point, trying to salvage 1 gold is not that important. It's a lot more important in the early game, trying to squeak out every gold that you can, because you're going to be hitting interest thresholds then, and it's going to snowball throughout the game. By around 20, 25, it's just holding on to the good units that you want a 3-star, especially when you're as healthy as I am in this game, with as much health and gold total. I'm not really scrounging for every penny of gold because I'm in a good spot, so I'm not going to sell that Treant and still trying to hope that we can get that to 3-star, which would then mean a 3-star lone druid the whole time as well. Alright, we do find a Moon Shard. That's probably the best pickup for our Arc Warden, although I would have taken, Ive Scotty would have been acceptable as well, but also the Skull Basher, the Maelstrom. Hell, I would take Sacred Relic if we had to do that. Nothing here, but our gold's finally above 50, so it's time to start rerolling a little bit, or once, and we find that upgrade. The Troll Warlord is a pretty good warrior, but I don't have a Mask of Madness. I do have a Moon Shard. I'd have to lose the Savage buff. I think I'm going to wait and pick him up after this round. I could see him going in just over the Arc Warden. I'm not sure it's worth the 1 extra gold this turn, though, because I would lose the interest to buy it, and I'm not positive. I could replace the Tusk as another option, right? So I think Troll Warlord is a great pickup, but I want to see exactly how this all develops, whether or not, when we want to use him. Although I do think I do want to use him. This is the opponent with the 6, oh no, it's only 3 warriors, but we can see the break effects coming out, and just breaking any of their bonus armor from their Pudge, just makes them really easy to burn through. Which is why I really like that break effect if you're running a heavy auto attack composition against warriors. It's going to be just so incredibly useful to just burn through their bonus armor. Make them really squishy. Yeah, so let's put in the Troll Warlord here. Give it the same Enigma and Faceless Void, excuse me. I don't really think we need them. I would think, if anything, we would want to add somebody else. Okay, so there's a Bristleback. That's going to be better than the Tusk. Oh, I forgot you can just buy them straight to the board. I always forget about that. Since we already have the warrior buff, Bristleback's just a better unit than Tusk. Just deals more damage over time. Do want to buy the Tiny at the end of combat here. I don't really think we're going to get 3-star Marana. Let's be real here. That does not seem realistic. Especially because I'm still going for 3-star Sniper and Treant. Drow Ranger 3-star might also be unrealistic. We're too high level. And that just may not come together because the very low odds on tier 1 units at this point. It's just 22%. Tiny, since we're so much closer, makes more sense. But Drow Ranger, especially because an opponent has a 3-star Drow, I guess we're about to kill him? So I guess that's good. Wait, are we about to kill him? I don't know. Yeah, we got him. Okay. Close. We don't knock him out, though. It's actually really close, but we do not knock them out. We only do 3 to them. And they have an Aegis, I guess. That's why they still have 50 gold. Generally, you're going to want to spend your gold when you're that low. Unless you have an Aegis, which we have one in our back pocket too. It seems like any game that I take Aegis, I never need to use it because I'm always just so far ahead. Maybe that's an argument to just always pick Aegis. There's a Medusa. He's just a really good hunter. I don't know if it's better than Sniper at 1-star. It might be. I think Medusa is better than Sniper at 1-star. And so for Medusa, you want to place her in this spot. Because she has kind of the maximum range into the opponent's board with her AoE stun effect, which has a very strict area of effect around here. So you want her as close to the enemy as possible, but you don't really want her in the front line because then she's just going to die right away. That's not helpful if she just dies right off the bat. Got her stun off, going to stun most of them. We're kind of in trouble though. Their Tidehunter's done a lot, and we're not really that healthy. Oh, their Bristleback's going crazy. Okay, we finally got him, but their Gyro also doing a lot. Alright, well, could not quite get that one done. They have a really good CC frontline, but we've got plenty of gold to be spending. I guess we could, since our health total's been so high, this is our first like hit in a while. We're about to hit round 29. So I think I just let this go and maybe try to level up to 10. That'll give us a lot higher odds of hitting the Medusa, and then I can put the sniper back in, maybe with the gyrocopter if we find one. Or, you know what, no, let's reroll at least a little bit here. Okay, we do get the sniper. We also get 3 Phantom Assassins, not exactly what I'm looking for, but cool nonetheless. I think we'd put sniper in rather than the Arc Warden. Yeah, I think so. Maybe we could be going for Mirana 3-star. Oh, double snipers. Okay, well, just pick those up. Okay, so after this round, we'll just level up, and or after the creep round that follows this, we'll just level up. And then that'll give us really good odds of finding Troll Warlord 2-star and Medusa 2-star, and we can hopefully put in the Sniper 3-star because of that. And also Bristleback 2-star we're still missing. Oh, their Build Bruiser is really big, but their Nesix is going down. Nice, okay. Our Nesix is still alive. We get a Golem here in a second. As long as he can tank for the Drow and Troll Warlord, we should get this. Nice. Does that eliminate them too? Probably. Perfect. Alright, so now after this creep round, we'll just need to spend 40 gold to level up, but we'll have a lot of gold. And then we just... I don't even need to like go all in at that point, but I could reroll a whole lot if I wanted to. Because we do have a lot of upgrades to still find. We still find 2-star Pudge somehow. I think we want to pick up the Sympathy Pain. I think we're winning hard enough that we don't really need Demon's Revenge. We're not like being pushed back in most fights. You want to pick up Demon's Revenge if like your opponent, if your front line is crumbling and then an Essex demons get killed on a relatively frequent basis. But we're kind of winning the front to back team fights in a lot of these fights, so it's not really that relevant. Her companion rarely dies. Do want to pick up this Medusa and even the Dazzle just to put on the board for the troll bonus temporarily. Just for the turn as we reroll, and hopefully get Troll Warlord, the increased odds of Troll Warlord because of the Ace of Trolls effect. Although I don't really think the troll bonus is better than the potential of the 3-star sniper here. Just one away from that. That would be perfect. As well, we still need 2-star Lone Druid, 2-star Pudge. Still missing a lot of key units to the build, really. On the upgrade front, and we're still winning. So like that means that this build has a long way to go in terms of like overall strength. There's nobody who really has magic damage that would care about Pipe of Insight. These items kind of stink for us. I guess I'd take Black King's Bar just to make sure that they live. I don't know. Don't think we need the Tide Hunter. I do need that Medusa though. Bristle. Alright, I'm going to sell off the Treant and the Dazzle. It seems like that's not very likely to get. I just want to get back up 10 gold, and then we'll get the Lone Druid upgrade here in a moment. I'm going to put the Helm of the Undying over on Bristle, because during the Undying he's going to get like another Quill Spray off, and that maybe is going to be more useful than Treant's a little bit extra armor. Now maybe it actually makes sense to move Moonshard over to Medusa, even though it's really good on Troll Warlord. It's, you know, 2-star Medusa deals so much damage. And just gets her cast off a little bit faster as she attacks, you know, one or two more attacks quicker because of the faster attack speed. Gets her more mana, faster stun. Yeah, Bristleback with that last Quill Spray got a good chunk of damage done, so it was good to put that on him. And he probably survived a little bit longer too, just because he had the bonus armor. Still looking for 2-star Lone Druid. That would give us the potential to get a 3-star Lone Druid. Looks like we're going to lose this one. Just barely. It's against the Phantom, so it's not the worst. We don't take too much damage, and we didn't even miss out on an opportunity to deal damage to an opponent. And we've got so much life total and this Aegis that I'm not I'm not concerned at all that I think we're definitely going to win this game. Definitely think so at this point. Come on, give me a sniper. Sniper? Yeah, sniper! Okay, maybe I give Moonshard to sniper. And this over to Medusa. I need more attack speed items. Where are they? Where are all the attack speed items? Where's Pudge 2-star? But yeah, Sniper 3-star. I'm actually going to even move Sniper up a step just to make sure he never gets Pudge hooked by the enemies. They all have Pudge. I mean, I think Morana's going to be the one to get hit, but I just don't want to even take the slightest of risks. Because Sniper's just our biggest carry. Now that he's up to 3-star. I'd love to get a Mask of Madness on him. He would just absolutely demolish with that. Alrighty. 17, knocked him out. Alright, top 3 confirmed, and other 2 players are battling out, so they might lose. We're hoping for... Yep, okay, Nick is out, and then it's just 1v1 against Wrist. Alright, what is Wrist doing with? A Tidehunter. Were they the one we lost to on the Phantom board? I don't remember. I don't think they were. I think we lost to Nick on the Phantom board. There's a Pudge, finally. Got that upgrade. Let's take a look at their formation. Okay, so they're on this side. That's reasonable. I can live with that. Let's make sure Troll Warlord's kind of over here. I just want to keep his... I want to keep as few people in the Tidehunter range as possible. I think I accidentally put Medusa in Tidehunter range. Yeah, I did. And she's going to move over, but that's okay. Most of our damage dealers are not. The Sniper, the Troll Warlord, that's kind of the important part, is not in the Refresher Tidehunter range. Medusa was, so I maybe adjust that a little bit, but that's if we don't just eliminate them on this round. Which also seems like a possibility with the Lone Druid bears. Who needs a 2-star Lone Druid? Nah, I don't think we deal 21 here. 19! If that bear didn't die right at the end, we would have got there. But as soon as that bear died, I'm like, nah, I don't think we're going to get it. Alrighty. I'd still just reroll double Lich. I actually do have an extra... I don't need this Drow Ranger? Maybe. If we don't just win the game here, I want to see... Oh, they're going to move their Tidehunter, so that's why we're going to move our rest of our board. Always going to play these quick mind games here. Let's see, do I want to run this? Lich would probably be... A 2-star Lich would definitely be better than the Drow Ranger here. Oh, nice! We baited the Faceless Void. I wasn't even thinking of that. I didn't even notice they had a Faceless Void, but we baited it correctly somehow. But that's a 2-star Troll Warlord, and that's pretty darn scary. I don't know if we're going to beat that. They got a lot of upgrades just now. Well, we'll have a couple more tries, even if we don't win here. Doesn't look like we got it. Unless Morana gets on it. And she needs to cast Pearl one more time. No, we don't get it. Okay. You know what? I don't even think so. I think it would be better, but I don't have the gold for it. Let's pick up Crash here, and I'm actually just gonna sell off the Lich to grab interest. Free reroll, nothing. I think we can win if we just get the correct formation at some point. I didn't notice they had that Faceless Void. We played around it correctly, but we need to find a way to get onto their Troll Warlord quicker. That may come from like a Deadeye ace. If we can get a Deadeye, we can easily replace... I would probably even replace like Morana with the Gyrocopter here, if I'm being honest. Or the Bristleback. He's doing okay work, but it's not irreplaceable. Well, let's see what good item we get. Maybe even pick up Tidehunter. They don't have too much magic damage, but his CC might just be effective. I probably should have kept Medusa a little closer to the front, or a little in some better position. We got expanded roster, so we can just do it anyway, or do we want the Daedalus? I don't have a great unit to put in. I think I'm just going to pick Daedalus, because I want to put this on the Medusa, and then I can at least keep an attack speed item over on the Troll Warlord. Got another Medusa. I don't think that's what I want, but not positive. Okay, let's just look at positioning here. I think we just do this. So their Tidehunter like just hits our Medusa, which she'll probably already be casting by then. Oh, well, now it hits that side. Okay, that's not great, but... Oh, they have an Arc Warden with the Bloodthorn. Oh, that's even worse. I did not realize that. Arc Warden Bloodthorn. I mean, Expander roster would have been nice, but... Ooh, that was a very small impact ult there. Just a couple units. Still afraid of this Troll Warlord, though. Haven't gotten through their front line just yet. Our Troll's still up. Medusa is dead. Sniper has not sniped the Troll Warlord yet. Now he's going to snipe their Gyrocopter. Just snipe the Troll Warlord. Do we get it now? We get it now. Okay, sweet. Sniper's still up. We got it. We got there. They don't have an Aegis, right? I don't think so. Nice! Alright, victory! Didn't even need 2-star Lone Druid. 2-star Lone Druid's overrated. For the longest time, 2-star Pud was overrated too. So, yeah, so 3 warriors plus hunters plus savages, good stuff, all kinds of combinations there you can pair with like a 3 warrior core today, and really just ever, because they're so flexible, so incredibly flexible with a lot of different builds. I like hunters personally, especially when no one else was running them. We did see a couple people playing towards assassins and knights. They did not have very much success. Like I said, I think knights are a little bit bugged right now. Assassins with the bugs, or the insects, are not bugged. They just really didn't have Mask of Madness or that many great units. They did find the Phantom Assassin in the end, but was not enough because we were just dominating that game. So, hope you enjoyed it, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.